Typhoon Donna's solar panel scandal. Body found hanging on Taoyuan power tower. Trump unveils 100% tariff on imported chips. China reports 7,000 cases of chikungunya virus. Trump orders India tariff hike to 50% or buying Russian oil. Criminals cash in on TikTok Labubu trend with dangerous fakes. 80 years since US dropped atomic bombs on Japan. Denmark Zoo seeks pet donations to feed predators.
Hello, I'm Jasmine. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Thursday, August 7th. Professional Speakers Day, and here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, Typhoon Danna's damaged solar panels in Chiayi on July 6th. Environment Minister warned cleanup must finish by August 1st or face fines. One firm was fined $2 million for violations. Lawmaker John reported illegal dumping in Izu with red oil linking. Another $1 million fine was issued. A body was found hanging from a 60-meter high power tower in Taiwan's Longshore Industrial Park. Firefighters confirmed death and rolled out Thai Power staff. The victim is suspected to be a migrant worker. Police found no sign of foul play and are reviewing CCTV footage. Former U.S. President Trump announced a shocking 100% tariff on all imported chips and semiconductors. He emphasized tax-free status for firms producing in the U.S., highlighting TSMC's $200 billion and NVIDIA's $500 billion investment plans as key examples. And in global news, more than 7,000 cases of a Chikungunya virus have been reported across China's Guangdong province since July, prompting measures similar to those taken during the COVID-19 pandemic. Patients must stay in hospital, where their beds are protected with mosquito nets. They can only be discharged after they test negative or at the end of a week-long stay. Spread through the bite of an infected mosquito, the virus causes fever and severe joint pain, which can sometimes last for years.
Although rare in China, chikungunya outbreaks are common in South and Southeast Asia and parts of Africa. Aside from Foshan, which was hit the hardest, at least 12 other cities have reported infections. Nearly 3,000 cases were reported in the last week alone. On Monday, Hong Kong reported its first case, a 12-year-old boy who developed fever, rash, and joint pain after traveling to Foshan in July. The virus is not contagious and only spreads when an infected person is bitten by a mosquito that then goes on to bite others. Officials say all reported cases have been mild so far, with 95% of patients discharged within 7 days. Still, the cases have caused some panic, given the virus is not widely known in the country.
U.S. President Donald Trump has issued an executive order imposing an additional 25% tariff on India over its purchases of Russian oil. This will raise the total tariff on Indian imports to the United States to 50%, among the highest rates imposed by the U.S. The new rate will take effect in 21 days on August 27th. In response, India's foreign ministry said Delhi had already made its position on imports from Russia clear and reiterated that the tariff is unfair, unjustified, and unreasonable.
The White House said in a statement that the Russian Federation's actions in Ukraine pose an ongoing threat to U.S. national security and foreign policy, necessitating stronger measures to address the national emergency. It stated that India's imports of Russian oil undermine U.S. efforts to counter Russia's activities in Ukraine. The statement added that the U.S. will determine which other countries are importing oil from Russia and will recommend further actions to the president as needed. The additional tariff affected key Indian exports such as textiles, gems and jewelry, auto parts, and seafood, hitting major job-creating sectors. Electronics, including iPhones, and pharmaceuticals remain exempt for now.
At an anonymous industrial estate on the outskirts of London, a line of police vans and empty trucks is blocking the traffic. They are here to seize fake Labubu dolls. Thousands of them. After weeks of work, intelligence that started at a corner shop in South Wales has led training standards officers to amass rooms above the store. They believe there are fake goods worth millions of pounds stacked from floor to ceiling. But what interests them most are the fluffy, mischievous-looking dolls that are part of a global TikTok trend.
According to Forbes, the popularity of Labubu dolls helped parent company PopMart more than double its total revenue to £1.33 billion last year. They are wanted by children and adults alike, with some telling us they queued for hours or traveled across the country just to secure an authentic one. Scalpers may be buying hundreds of genuine products at a time to resell them at a profit, with authorities reporting a flood of counterfeits entering the market. Border Force has seized hundreds of thousands from UK ports in the past few months. Meanwhile, officers at the London industrial estate believe the dolls grinning up at them from the crates hide a darker secret.
For more than half a century, chimes have run up across the Japanese city of Hiroshima every morning at exactly 8:15. The Southern ritual marks the precise moment on August 6, 1945, when the U.S. bomber in a rocket dropped the world's first atomic bomb over Hiroshima, killing about 70,000 people instantly. On Wednesday, people in Hiroshima commemorated the 80th anniversary of the devastating attack as nuclear fears mourned globally amid unresolved military conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East.
In a 1-minute silent tribute, the city remembered the widespread death and destruction caused by the 10,000-pound bomb, which created a huge mushroom cloud that rose to more than 60,000 feet. Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba said, "It is our duty to convey the reality of the atomic bombings not only to the people of Japan but also to the people of the world." Initially meant to strike a T-shaped bridge, the bomb instead veered toward an exhibition hall with a distinctive dome, which, after the explosion, was the only building still standing within a 1-mile radius. The blast unleashed a whirlwind of fire and force, incinerating thousands of people. Then came the radioactive black rain, which fell over the city, silently poisoning countless more.
A Denmark zoo is asking the public to donate their pets, particularly chickens, rabbits, and guinea pigs, so that they can be fed to the zoo's predators. The request created a backlash online, with many disagreeing with the practice. However, the zoo said the purpose of the program is to imitate the natural food chain of the animals, in terms of both animals' welfare and professional integrity, and to ensure that nothing goes to waste, while supporting the natural behavior, nutrition, and well-being of the predators.
It is a great activation of our animals to get some entire prey, some whole meat, and so when tearing into the fur, they get their teeth cleaned, but they also get their nutritional needs covered.
The zoo also said they would accept horses, which they euthanize and slaughter for food, though they noted that the zoo's needs vary throughout the year and there might be a waiting list. For horses, Aalborg Zoo said it receives the animal as a donation, and the owner can obtain a tax deduction for the horse's value. The zoo also said they will accept chickens, rabbits, and guinea pigs on weekdays between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m., but no more than 4 at a time. The practice is not unheard of in Denmark, and in 2014, the Copenhagen Zoo garnered attention on social media when it killed a healthy giraffe and fed it to its predators.
The answer for yesterday was B, cooperative. The staff were very cooperative and helped finish the project ahead of schedule. Did you answer correctly? Now let's dive into today's news. China reports 7,000 cases of Chikungunya virus. Number 1. Pandemic. 疫情大流行. The COVID-19 pandemic affected countries all over the world. Number 2. Contagious. 传染性的. Flu is highly contagious, so it spreads quickly in crowded places. Number 3. Discharge. 出院排出. The patient was discharged from hospital after full recovery. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. Professional Speakers Day goes back to ancient times, but the day itself is a modern invention. This day honors people who speak in front of audiences to educate, motivate, entertain, and inspire action on various important issues. Public speaking, also called oratory, profoundly impacts listeners. It doesn't matter if the speaker wants to teach, persuade, or entertain. And that's all for today's FUNDAY News. Be sure to turn in FUNDAY News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Jasmine, your host. I'll see you next time.